Okay, it's the 21st Tuesday of February. This is the YouTube video. If you watched the one I posted on Facebook, this will be a little bit different, but it's basically kind of telling you the same thing. But this will give you some more insight that I'm showing on the Facebook page. And remember, we started out November cold, warmed up a little bit. Then in the middle of December, we went into a deep cold right through Christmas, which was record breaking, and then it warmed right up. And I kind of thought January would be above normal and February would get cold again, but it just hung on and it's hanging on, but it's all breaking down now. And just like anything else, we've got some weird stuff going on that's going to get us colder than normal and create some snow events through the month of March. So what we're going to have is a rally at the end of the game. Basically, we're behind 10 to nothing, and we're going to get 11 runs here in March. Okay, now this map is showing you the water temperatures, and you can see there's warm water off the coast here, which bodes well when storms get to the coast. They explode. And as you saw in the other video, there's some high pressure system up here going to be blocking these storms and making them go south. But the La Nina that we've been into for the last 3 years is starting to break down now. And you can see this colder water now off the coast of California, along the equator down here, and the warmer air is being pushed out to this way. Now what's going to start happening, warm air is going to build to the south. Blocking high is going to get across here and move over towards Greenland, and then everything's going to start going through here. So basically the route of these storms is going to come across and kind of go like this, and if they go north, they're going to have a hard time. Some of them would just come across and go straight out, but that's what's in the offing with this new pattern. That's what the North Atlantic Oscillation going negative. Now, this is around the 3rd of March when things start to get interesting. Here's your storm down here. Here's one that's exiting up here. People are going to say, oh, yeah, but here's a low here, a little low here. It's going to go through the lakes. Now, see, this is going to push these things this way, and it's not going to allow them to come north. So what's going to happen is things are going to come up, and then they're going to reform off the coast here, and then that's what I'm looking at happening, at least through the first half of March. Okay, now I found this thing. This is January through into February, and this is the Stratham warming. Here's the United States. This is the Stratham warming. Now look at it up here. It starts off like this. It gets into February. Just follow this, and you can see how it's Stratham warming comes, and the colder air is going to sink down into the United States. Now this is the Stratham warming the way it looks right now. And again, this is going to take time, but it's going to push this cold air. It's going to make it come around. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come down, and this colder air will start to sink into the United States as we get to the end of the month. Now remember, it's only the 21st. End of the month is not February 21st. Okay? Keep that in mind when you keep saying somebody wrote, oh, yeah, where's your snow? I never said it was going to snow at this point in time. I said end of the month and starting in March. So that's what I'm trying to point out. Now, this is the average temperature for the 7-day period between now and the 28th. And it's above normal now. So you can see it will start to cool because you see these temperatures here are beginning to get, the white is back to normal, and this is just above normal. And here's your cold temperatures to the north, and the blue and the greens and the purples. But then as we get into March, this is the week between the 24th and the 3rd. So it's like a 3-day period when it's done. And you can see like this state now is normal to below normal. And then it'll keep it'll keep coming down. This is around the 26th through the 5th, and then we'll move this out, and then you can see this cold air begin to push. Now this is the period between March 6th and March 13th. It's below normal, much below normal in the west, and we're not done yet. Now we need, as we get later in the month, we need it to get more and more below normal so that we can continue this, because it's going to continue with the snow. And we move this out to the period between the 14th and the 21st. You can see off the I-95 corridor, it's definitely below normal, and it's even, all this blue is below normal, all the way down to the Gulf, all the way into Florida. So this is not a good thing. If you look at the whole country, it's all below normal around the middle of March, and then you'll see it's still below normal as we get towards the end of the month. And we're into April here. This is the 31st through the 7th of April, and it's still below normal. Now this is the Euro weekly, and look where the snow lines are at. They're all the way down underneath our picture attached. If you look lower, it's into North Carolina. But the I-95 corridor would get that 8 inches that I said you would get during March, and I'm still sticking with it. And then the other areas, the Poconos and anything northwest, is definitely going to get some snow. Even you people out in Pittsburgh that are complaining, you're going to get your 8 inches of snow. So if you still got your plows, don't put your plows away and don't plant any flowers outside yet, and just be ready with your salt and whatever else you're going to need, because March is not just about basketball. March Madness. Take it easy.